Hi everyone, I'm Daria. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet a fairy mushroom house. Welcome back to Daria Crochet Life. On this channel I post knitting and crochet lessons, simple and not so simple tutorials on how to make different knitting and crochet things. So if any of that interests you, please subscribe to my channel. Here you can see all the materials and tools that we'll need for today's tutorial. So first of all, you need to find a yarn in 3 colors. I decided to go with dark red, this one. Then I have white, and this is, I don't know, something between gray and brown. You can get green or brown or gray, whatever you will like. So unfortunately this is just a leftover and I don't have labels of this exactly yarn, but I have another color with the label. So this yarn is from the company Estelle and it's called Estelle worsted, and this yarn is a 50% acrylic, 40% wool and 10% nylon, and in 100 gram there are 200 meters. So you need to find something similar in terms of meters per gram, or you can get any yarn you like. So the most important here is the color. So we are looking for a specific color, and I want to show you this thing. So on the label they recommend us to use 4.5 millimeter needles or hooks, but because we will work, we'll do amigurumi, we will do a toy, and we want it to be pretty tight, so that's why I will work with 3 millimeter crochet hook. So you need to pick smaller hook that is recommended on your label. If you'll take different yarn, take a smaller hook that is recommended on your label. We will also need stuffing. So this particular, you can get it on any like craft store. I go to IKEA and I buy the cheapest pillows there, and this is stuffing from the cheapest pillow from IKEA, and I use it, and it's cheaper than buying stuffing from the craft store. Also we will need scissors, we will need stitch marker. I think it would be cute to attach a little button as a door handle. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna use this wooden button. And the last thing that we'll need a tapestry needle, but this time I will use my tiniest tapestry needle because I want the needle to go through the buttonholes. If you don't have such small needle, so then you will need a sewing thread and sewing needle to attach the button. Alright, let's start crocheting. We will start with the white yarn. So take your hook and white yarn, and first thing that we need to do, we need to make a slip knot. Insert your hook into the loop, and then please make 14 chains. You can change this number if you want to change the size of the house. It's up to you, but I recommend you to follow my my instructions. And if you want to change it later, like if you feel that it's too big or too small, so then you can experiment with the second ornament. Okay, so right now chain 14. I have 14 chains. So now skip the last chain and starting from the second stitch, insert your hook through the top loop only and make a first single crochet. And after that you need to make 1 single crochet to the end of this row. So 1 single crochet in each stitch. And at the end of this row you're supposed to have 13 stitches, because we had 14 chains at the beginning and we skipped 1, so you should have 13 single crochet in the first row. This is what you're supposed to have at the end of your first row. Second and all other rows you need to, you work in the same way. You chain 1, Then you turn in your work. If you're right-handed, turn your work like you turn in a page in a book. If you're left-handed, you do it vice versa. So turn your work. Make sure that the turning chain is not twisted. Skip the turning chain and insert your hook under 2 loops of the first single crochet. And make next row, second row of single crochet, 1 stitch on top of each single crochet from the previous row. I recommend you to count your stitches after each row and make sure that you have 13 stitches in every row. And please be careful, insert your hook under 2 loops like this. Make sure that you see 2 loops. And you work like this to the end of this round, of this row. Count your stitches, you will have 13. And in total, we need to make 13 rows. So because we are doing a little square, so we're making a square that has 13 rows and has 13 stitches in a row. Okay, after finishing 13 rows, that's what you're supposed to have. Basically, it's just a simple square. So right now, please take your stitch marker and stick it, it doesn't matter where, but somewhere close to the corner where you have your loop. So the stitch marker will show us the beginning of the round. Okay, so from now on, we will work in rounds, just around all of our 4 sides. Please chain 1, and then the hardest part is to work along this edge. You need to make 1 single crochet on top of each row of single crochet. So this ridge, you see, this is a ridge, this is a ridge, this is a ridge. Each ridge consists of 2 rows. Look, this is my last row, and I'm doing 1 single crochet along the last row. 1. Because I had 13 rows, I need to have 13 stitches right now. So now then this is the second one. My marker is on the second row, so somewhere along the second row I'm doing my next stitch. Then you know, you will feel it will feel naturally where to go. Just count your stitches, make sure that you have 13. And please don't make big holes, and don't insert your hook just through 1 loop. That will create a big hole. So I insert and I have minimum 2 loops, and then I can make a stitch. So work like this to the end of this side. Count your stitches, make sure that you have 13. Then you just continue working along this edge, our beginning edge. This yarn end you ignore, you don't do anything with that. And start just with the next hole. It will be 2 loops, and you do next 13 stitches. I have 13 stitches along the side. So on the third side, we repeat everything that we did on the first side. So in every row, we are doing 1 single crochet, and it also should be 13. I have my 13 stitches along this third side, and the last side is the easiest one. You just go under 2 loops of every single crochet, and that's supposed to be 13 stitches as well. And you see, marker showed us that we come to the end. That's exactly what we need. So I'm doing my last single crochet, and then I'm taking stitch marker and I will put it on the last stitch under 2 loops. So right now we will work in rounds, just all around, and marker will show me the last stitch in a round. Please count your stitches, make sure that you have 13, 13, 13, 13 on each of the sides. Next round you will work through the back loop only. So find the next stitch and insert your hook through the back loop and make normal single crochet. We are not increasing, not decreasing, just working one single crochet on each stitch through the back loop only. You work like this for one round. When you come to the last stitch, you need to take away the marker, put it on the table, make your last stitch. In this row we are doing it through the back loop, and then put the marker back under 2 loops of the last single crochet. So next 2 rounds you work like normal, classic single crochet. You insert your hook through the 2 loops and you're not increasing again, you're not doing anything special. So just work like this for 2 more rounds. Okay, I finished those 2 rounds, the extra 2 rounds, except for the last stitch. So I'm taking away the marker, and I will change the color after this stitch. So that's why I'm not finishing the next stitch, which is the last single crochet in this round. So I insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, and I stop when I have 2 loops on the hook. Then I need to take new color, this brown, and I hold it in crocheting position like this. I'm not doing any knots, anything like that, and I'm finishing the stitch with the new color like this. And after that I can take the short end of the new color and make a double knot with the working yarn of my old color. So brown short end with the white long end. Then I can take the stitch marker and install it under 2 loops of the last stitch. Basically it's last white stitch. Then you can cut the white working yarn. We don't need that right now, and leave all the ends inside. So after that we will work around with the brown color, no increases, no decreases, and you work like this for 10 more rounds. So it's very easy, just work around. Don't forget to put the marker back at the end of each round so you will not lose the beginning of the round. Work like this for 10 more rounds. I almost finished my 10th round, so taking away the marker, and I will change the color after this round. So that's why I'm not finishing the last stitch. Stop when you have 2 loops on the hook. Then you can take new color, which is our red color, hold it in crocheting position and finish the stitch with the new color. Then you can make a double knot with the short end of new color, red, and the long end of the old color, brown. And then I will cut the brown and hide all the ends inside. Then I think I will put the stitch marker on the last stitch under 2 loops like this. So next round we will work with red. We're still not increasing, not decreasing, but this time I want you to work through the front loop only. So you're taking just front loop of the stitch from the previous round and you're making your single crochet. And you work like this all around. All of the stitches in this round should be made through the front loop. Okay, take away the marker, make your last stitch through the back loop, and don't forget to put the marker back. And after that I want you to look inside and check if you see this brown ridge. So if it's continuous without any gaps, that's good. So that's what we're supposed to have. After that, please make 3 more rounds working with a red color and having just 1 single crochet on top of single crochet from the previous round. You work like this for 3 more rounds. Okay, the next round would be a little bit different. So we will use these 2 loops of the next stitch, plus you need to go inside. And remember, we've left those last brown loops when we were working through the front loop only. So we have 1 brown loop left. So basically it's on the border with our new color and our old color. Find the first brown loop and insert your hook under that loop, and then make a normal single crochet. So you see I am pulling the yarn over through the loop and through my stitch, through both of them, and then I'm making my regular single crochet. So then go into the next stitch through 2 loops, and I'm going through the next loop here at the back, and normal single crochet. Oops. So let's do it one more time. Normal single crochet. And that's it. You need to work like this to the end of this round. You see, that's what we want. We want the roof to overlap the walls. This is what you're supposed to have after making the last round. And in the next round we start making decreases. So I want you to make an invisible decrease if you can. How to make an invisible decrease? You insert your hook through the front loop only of the next stitch, then through the front loop only of the next stitch. So through 2 fronts of 2 next stitches. Yarn over, pull through 2 of these fronts, have 2 loops on the hook, and then you finish normal single crochet. After that, make 11 stitches, 11 single crochet, and then you repeat this: 1 decrease, 11 single crochet, 1 decrease, 11 single crochet. So in total you repeat it 4 times. Basically you work like this to the end: 1 decrease, 11 single crochet. At the end of this round you should have 48 stitches. Please count your stitches and make sure that you have 48. In the next round we're still doing decreases, so we start with 1 decrease, and then make 6 single crochet. And then you need to repeat this part: 1 decrease, 6 single crochet all around to the end. And at the end you're supposed to have 42 stitches. Next round you work without any decreases and you will have 42 single crochet at the end. In the next round we will decrease again, so you start with 1 decrease, and then make 5 single crochet. Then repeat this: 1 decrease, 5 single crochet all around to the end of this round, and at the end you will have 36 single crochet. Next round, no decrease, just single crochet around, and at the end you should have 36 stitches. Next round is a decrease round, so we start with 1 decrease and then 4 single crochet. And then I want you to repeat 1 decrease 4 single crochet all around to the end, and at the end you will have 30 single crochet. Next round you just single crochet around, and you're supposed to have 30 single crochet at the end. In the next round you need to make a decrease and then 3 single crochet. 1, 2 and 3, and then you repeat this part 1 decrease 3 single crochet to the end of this round, and at the end you will have 24 stitches. Next row you work without decreases, just single crochet around, and you should have 24 stitches at the end. I think right now it's a good time to stuff our piece, so please take a little bit of stuffing and put it inside. You need to take small portions and spread it evenly. Try not to make any bumps or holes, so it should be pretty tight. This is what you should have. So I stuffed the house. Make sure that all lines are smooth and there are no bumps and holes. Okay, in the next round we will decrease again. You start with decrease. So 1 decrease. And then 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. And you repeat this to the end. 1 decrease 2 single crochet. You repeat it all around. And at the end you should have 18 stitches. Next row you just single crochet around, and at the end you should have 18 stitches. Next round is a decrease round, so we start with 1 decrease and then 1 single crochet. And you repeat this to the end of this round. 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet. And at the end you need to count your stitches. You should have 12 stitches. I think I will add a little bit more stuffing. And next 2 rounds you work without any changes, so you just single crochet around and you should have 12 stitches at the end. And the last round is when we do 6 decreases. So you just decrease, 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 decrease around. And at the end you should have 6 stitches. Okay, so next please make a slip stitch into the next stitch. Cut your yarn, leave a little bit longer end so it will be easy for us to weave it in, and fasten off. So pull the yarn end through the remaining loop and tighten that. Then you can take tapestry needle, thread the yarn end through the tapestry needle, and we need to close this hole. So there are 6 stitches, and I will use just front loops of each single crochet, and I will do the same move. So needle going towards me through the front loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then I am tightening it, and that's it. Now we can make a security knot. So find any loop that is close to the yarn end, let's say this one, insert your needle under that loop, pull through but not to the end, leave a bigger loop, and then insert your needle into that loop and pull it through and tighten that. So you created a knot and now it's all secure. So insert your needle very close to the yarn end and take it away somewhere far on the other side. Then you can take scissors and cut the excess yarn. Be careful, don't cut very close. So this is what you're supposed to have at this moment. Now let's make a spot. So we will start by making a magic circle. Take your yarn and put the short end like this on the table, going to the left. Then with working yarn, create a loop with working yarn over the short end, and with your thumb and middle finger grip this intersection like this. So then drape the working yarn over your index and hold everything in crocheting position. Insert your hook into the circle, grab the yarn, bring it forward like this, and then chain one. Okay, that's our magic circle. So we need to make 6 single crochet into the circle. I can make it a little bit smaller. Insert your hook right into the circle and make your first single crochet. So I need to repeat it 5 more times. Count your stitches, make sure that you have correct number. Then you can take the short end and pull it to close the circle like this. So then insert your hook into the loop, and the last thing that we need to do is to make a slip stitch into the first stitch. So please count backwards, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this is my stitch number 1. I insert my hook over there under 2 loops, and I'm doing a slip stitch. So that's what you're supposed to have, like really teeny tiny spot. Then cut the yarn, leave a little bit longer end because we will use it for sewing, and fasten off. So pull the yarn in through the remaining loop and tighten that. I already prepared like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. I think that's enough, plus one more that I'm gonna attach over here. I think that would be okay. So then you need to take a tapestry needle. No worries about this middle yarn end, the center one. That's okay, we'll fix it later. So thread the longer end through the tapestry needle like this. Then place your spot where you want it to be. So my placement is very random, like whatever I felt it should go, I was doing it there. So very random. And you need to make 1 stitch on the house like this. So on the house your needle will always go counterclockwise like this. So go into the same direction, always same direction. And on the spot I will pick only back loops. So I go like this, and then other direction, next stitch. Okay, put it back, and 1 stitch on the house. So, and you work like this all around. And this thing I ignore and I just always move it, and then I'll show you how to hide it later. I stitched it all around like this, and I didn't do anything special. So next I'll just go through the whole piece. I'm inserting my needle into the spot that is very close to the yarn end, like here, and taking it away somewhere far from that spot, like this. And I will just cut the excess yarn. Be careful, don't cut the fabric. It's better to cut it a little bit further, like that, and then just hide it inside. And then you take your tapestry needle again, thread the yarn through the tapestry needle, the remaining end, I suggest to do it right away and just do the same thing. So insert, take it away somewhere on the other side. It's good because the yarn is going through the stuffing, so it's good. And cut the excess yarn and hide it. So you can make more or less spots, it's all up to you. Now we will do a door. So take the red yarn, make a slip knot, and then chain 6. All right, so after that, skip the last stitch and go into the second one through the top loop only and make 4 single crochet. Each of them will go into their own stitch. So 1 in the next one, second one in the next one, third and fourth. Then we should have then you should have just 1 stitch left, and please make 3 single crochet and all of them will go into that stitch. 1, the second one into the same hole again, 2 and 3 over there. After that you will work along this edge, so ignore this yarn end, and you need to make 4 single crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops, remaining loops. You are going to use them to make your 4 single crochet. And at the end you're supposed to have 11 stitches. In the row 2 you chain 1, then you turn your work like you're turning a page in a book, skip the turning chain, insert your hook under 2 loops of the next stitch and make 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then in the next 3 stitches you need to make increases. So in the next one I make an increase, 2 single crochet into the same hole. So increase, that means when we do 2 into the same hole. Then into the second one increase again, 1 and 2 into the same hole again, and the last one single crochet and another single crochet into the same hole. So those were my 3 increases, and I should have just 4 stitches left, and I'm doing 4 single crochet. And at the end you should have 14 stitches. Then chain 1, turn your work, 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then you need to do this thing. So 1 increase and 1 single crochet, and you need to repeat this 1 increase, 1 single crochet 2 more times. So 1 increase and then 1 single crochet, and the last one 1 increase and 1 single crochet, and then you should have just 4 stitches left and you're doing 4 single crochet. You should have 17 stitches after making this row. The last row you chain 1, you turn your work, you make your 4 single crochet. Don't forget to skip the turning chain. Now we are doing the repeat. 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet. And you need to repeat this: 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet 2 more times. 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and 1 single crochet. And the last time, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and 1 single crochet. And then you should have just 4 stitches left. After making this row, you're supposed to have 20 stitches. So after that, we will change the color to white. That's why let me go back a little bit. So I'm undoing my last stitch, and I need to stop when I have 2 loops. I didn't undo it completely. So then I'm taking my white yarn, hold it in crocheting position, yarn over and pull through. So then I can put it on the table and make a knot with short end of white and long end of red. So you can cut the red yarn right now, leave a longer end for sewing the piece later, and we will continue working with the white yarn. So chain 1 and turn work. No worries about all of these yarn ends, we will hide them all inside, so no worries about them. So right now I want you to make 20 stitches, so you'll do 1 stitch, 1 single crochet in each stitch from the previous row, but do it through the front loop only, like this. So I pick just 1 front loop and I'm doing a single crochet, and you work like this to the end. Be careful, don't split the yarn, and don't make increases or decreases. Work just through the front loop only, 20 stitches. That's what you're supposed to have at the end. So now cut the yarn. You don't need to leave long white end, and fasten it off. Pull through the remaining loop like this. So I think right now we can attach the button like somewhere on the side, on one of the sides, and I will use red yarn to sew the button on, and I think I need to do it before I will attach the door to the house. So I threaded the yarn through the tapestry needle. Please check that your needle can go through the button. Oh, yeah, hardly, but I can go through. Then place the button where you want it to be. I think here is good spot, and from the back insert your tapestry needle through the door and the button and pull through. Okay, don't do, leave slightly longer end, maybe a little bit shorter than that. So then I go diagonally, like here, and bring my needle to the back, like this. Then I like to make a knot with my short end and long end. Maybe even double knot will be okay. All right, and the last 2 steps is to insert through one of the empty holes, pull through, and bring it back through the remaining hole. And that's what you're supposed to have. I think it's okay. Let me put it on the house to see if I like it. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, so when we like it, then let's make another knot, and that's it. I don't think we need to do anything special. We'll just cut shorter all ends except for the one that we will use for attaching the door to the house. So all right, so I need to leave the longest red yarn end that I have. It's going from here, doesn't matter, and all rest I will just cut shorter so it will not be on my way. Then I'll take different needle because it's easy to work with. Thread the yarn through the tapestry needle. This one is just slightly bigger than the previous one. Here on the house we have like, it's not very noticeable, like little step. I don't want this to be front or this part to be front, so that should be somewhere at the back. That's why this or that, maybe this is gonna be my front. I like this side more, so pick the side that you think is the prettiest. Then place the door on the house like so. All of these yarn ends we will put inside. Okay, first thing, let's bring the yarn to the one of the corners. So I'll just do big step. That's okay, something like this, no worries. So right now on the door you need to use this front loop. Remember we used the other one for the white. Right now we will use, actually it's a back loop but right now it's on our front. All right, so make sure that you like the position. Yeah, make one stitch on the house and one stitch through one loop on the door. One stitch on the house, one stitch on the door, and you need to attach it this way, like you need to work like this all around. I recommend you to check if you still on track, if you still like the position once in a while, because if not you always can undo a couple stitches and remake them. I attached the door, and right now I can just make a little security knot. So find any red loop that is the closest to your working yarn, insert your needle under that loop, pull it through but not to the end, leave a bigger loop, and then insert your needle into that loop and tighten that. So create a knot. Then insert your needle very, very close to that knot, it doesn't matter where, and take your needle away somewhere far from that spot. And then cut the excess yarn. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to have so far. Now I think we'll do just a little embroidery, very, very easy. So that would be our windows, and that's it. The house would be ready. Okay, I already did first two windows, and now I'm gonna show you how to do the third one. It's the same idea. So take the white yarn, cut the white yarn, thread it through the tapestry needle. I did it on like you see 1, 2, 3 rows of brown, and then I did my first window, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches in between. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3. That's where I will do it. Try to do it somewhere in the middle. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should take it away there. Yeah, okay, I think it's okay. And I'll just pull them through, not gonna make a knot, nothing special. So then I come back into the same hole where I started, and the length is 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going up and take my needle away into 4 rounds like this. Then I need to repeat the same thing for the top part of the window. And now let's do this. So coming back into the top corner, taking it away on the other side. Now insert here, but take away in the middle of the bottom, like so. Now go into the top, take it here on one side in the middle and bring it to the other side somewhere far from that spot. Okay, that's what you're supposed to have. Then this short end, I also I'm not gonna do any knots, nothing special. I'll just bring it somewhere to the bottom, and that's it. And then just cut the excess yarn. And that's it. If you want, you can attach like a piece of yarn or some ribbon over here, and that's gonna be a ornament, but I'm gonna leave it as is, and it will be just a decoration for the Christmas. Thank you so much for being with me today. Please let me know if you have any questions on how to crochet this mushroom house. Remember that all the links to materials and tools that I was using today you can find in the description box below. If you're gonna use my tutorial and crochet this mushroom house and then post it on Instagram, please give me a credit and tag me. Here you can see my Instagram name. I really like to see what you guys do in following my instructions. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.